If I told you how I spent my morning, you'd probably make fun of me. You'd probably laugh at me. But this is my podcast, so do it, please. Not a podcast, video diaries, but whatever. So, grief is probably the worst emotion that a human can feel next to shame. And there's a lot of that is going on right now, and I know I'm playing it off as jokes, but I'm not very good at truly showing the emotions. I would say I'm very emotionally aware, but properly knowing how to regulate them and showing those emotions and not letting them control my actions is a different aspect within itself. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about where I'm at. So, was in a relationship for about 6 months, and my ex girlfriend and I had broken up about a month ago. Probably to this day, I don't know the exact date, but that's not important. I'm grieving very hard, and it is not fun. As you can see, I'm starting to get emotional. It it's when you have somebody that you care about so much, and they mean the world to you, but you don't know how to properly regulate yourself and how to properly manage your own emotions. And then you add somebody in there that you care about very deeply. It's hard. Um, and that was one thing that I've always like had a lot of respect for her, was she always tried to hear me out, and I always tried to hear her out. And that was one of like the best parts about our relationship. But there's so many like negatives as well that came with it, and the positives and all of that kind of stuff. And it's like when two people who obviously don't want to grow apart from one another, and you only want to be with each other, but you recognize that neither of you are where you want to be within life, and it's going to be very difficult for you to do it together. um it's a it's a hard pill to swallow, and I still am having trouble swallowing that pill every single day. It's hurtful, and it's really painful, because grief doesn't, like, what's the word? It doesn't, not saying it doesn't turn off, but it doesn't have boundaries. So it will find anything that's possible for it to leech onto, and it will beat it senseless out of you. So whatever that insecurity was that bothered me, or all of that stuff, yeah, it's not fun. Um, yeah, I probably shouldn't say this on the internet, but I was like stalking her Instagram and her like poems and shit that she would post in her podcast, and I was listening to them and I started giggling, and I was just like, oh motherfucker. So it just like invites you back into the spiral, but it's just, that's what's so difficult about it, is it's when it's people that are outside of the relationship. When people that are outside, it's like you can tell everybody the details about everything, or you can say all of this stuff, but nobody truly knows the like emotional compatibility, or whatever the word is, that you have between two people, that you can explain everything, and every single other person might say this about what you should do, or this about what you shouldn't do, but they're not you. And you could have 7,999,000,000 whatever tell you don't do this, but then if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. And it's just like fucking living that, because it's when you imagine a future together, when you imagine this, or when you do this, and you get stuck in those what ifs, because it's like, oh, what if You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel, I could reach out right now, have a conversation, and all this kinds of shit. But at the end of the day, are we grown enough? Am I grown enough? In order to truly accept somebody as they are and not the potential that I see in them, because I'm not able to accept that within myself. I can't accept who I am as a person right now in this moment. How could I ever do that without somebody or like with somebody else? And when you don't respect yourself for chasing your dreams or respect yourself for doing these things, how can you respect another person? And it's hard. And I'm still coming to terms with that every single day. And I'll talk to my friends about it, parents, whatever it is, and it's like, you're in Los Angeles, go enjoy yourself, go do this. And I'm like, I don't want to. Like, there's no desire to, there's no this. It's just like, ugh. I guess I have to find out what I truly love. Boo. But wanted to give an update because honestly, I had a lot of respect for what she was doing and how open she was, so I kind of wanted to tell my side of the story. And not defend myself, but more where I'm coming from. So, thank you.